Ask Misty is actually 3 questions in one, and they are all about the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence. The first question: Dear Misty, I saw several drag queen nuns with white faces at the Fort Lauderdale Pride Festival. And then I noticed on your profile on Facebook you have a picture of you as a drag queen nun with white face. What is this? Question number 2. What are the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence, and why are you one of them? Question number 3. Dear Misty, I noticed you're one of the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence. How do I know if I should join? Should I? And I'm going to mesh them all together and just talk about the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence. And actually right now is a great time to give these questions because I just got back from the Orlando Exequator, which is like the, in layman's terms, I would describe it as the Orlando chapter of Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence just graduated and became a fully professed house, and it's kind of like a wedding to the community and to the other sisters, and a graduation all in one. And I got to meet so many sisters from all over the United States of America. I don't think anyone came from another country, but I met so many sisters, and it was such an amazing, heartfelt experience for me. The best way I could describe it, well actually let me answer the first question. What is the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence? Basically it all started in 1979 in the Harvy Milk era, when there was a huge uproar in Castro and everyone was fighting for their rights and being gay and proud and standing for what they believe in. If you saw the Harvy Milk movie, you kind of know what I'm talking about. It was around the same time, and these 3 guys were like, you know what, we have to stand for something and we need to make a change. And one of them was a theater queen and had 2 different types of costumes at their disposal. One was cheerleader costumes, and the other was traditional nun habits that they had from some nuns in Iowa for a play that they were doing called The Sound of Music. And these 3 guys put on these nun costumes and marched down the street. One of them was a high-paid escort, or a very expensive call boy, and he was afraid to get recognized, so he put on clown white foundation and erased his identity because he still wanted to stand for something that he believed in, and he wanted to make a change, but he didn't want to lose his job or his clients either. So that's how the white faces started. He was the only one that did it initially, but it caught on, and the sisters have started wearing white faces for 2 reasons. One, to erase your identity. It's not about you, it's about the cause. And since 1979, they would get together and they would march and they would, picket, and they would preach, and they would show up and cheer for gay softball leagues, and they would go and do anything that they felt that they should to help their community. Essentially, they're queer nuns for the gay community. Their main goal was to pass out indulgences for being gay, because a lot of people have guilt for being homosexual, and they were like, it's okay here, and they would pass out indulgences saying, it's okay to be gay, you're fine, God loves you, you're forgiven. And from that, and from blessing the community and standing up for what they believed in the 80s with the HIV movement and the AIDS movement, they truly found their calling in helping the community, not only by passing out indulgences and letting people know that it's okay to be gay, but raising money for HIV and anything basically that the gay community needed or wanted and could benefit from. And that's how the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence officially started and became full swing. It is now in several different countries. They're in Germany, Amsterdam, England. I think there's like 4 chapters in England. They're in almost all the states of the United States of America. Here in Florida, there's one in Tampa, there's an order in Orlando, and there's one here in South Florida. And they're just queer nuns raising money and helping the gay community. Number 2, why did I join the South Florida Sisters? in my life, in my personal life, I was always raised in the ministry. As a youth group minister, church camp counselor, praise and worship leader, drama teacher. I have a firm belief in giving back to the community, and a firm grounding in ministry and helping others. Now, Misty Eyez is my job. Misty Eyez is my career. Misty Eyez is my income. But my sister self, my novice sister psychoanalyze, Sister Psycho is my way to give back to the community. The sisters are completely 100% charity. It's all nonprofit, 501c3, and it's my way to give back and help. You know, we've raised, here in Fort Lauderdale, we've had benefits for the Broward House, Gay American Heroes, Kids in Distress. We love helping other people, and that's what we are. And that is my outlet to give back to the community. Granted, Misty Eyez still does benefits, and Misty Eyez still performs and hosts MCs functions and donates her time, but Sister Psycho is all charity. And that's my way of giving back from myself to my community, because my community feeds me. They pay Misty Eyez with her tips and her salaries and her booking fees, and that is my way of giving back to my community, because I love my community. Now, the question number 3 is, why should you? Well, you asked anonymously, so I don't know who you are. But there's many reasons. While I was in Orlando, I met a sister that joined the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence because her brother died of HIV. And she felt heartbroken and hurt and frustrated and angry. And once he passed, she used the sisters as an outlet for, you know, helping AIDS education to her community and the community, to let people know that it's okay to respect yourself and it's okay to protect yourself and stop the spread of HIV. And that's why she started. And I just told you why I am a sister, but if you've ever wanted to belong to something bigger than you can even imagine, South Florida Sisters could be that for you. Sisters is a true sisterhood, but it's also a brotherhood. And the best way for me to describe it is it's kind of like a fraternity. I mean, I don't know if you've ever wanted, I don't know who you are, it's hard for me to answer, but I don't know if you've ever wanted to belong and be a part of something big and amazing. And I guess you have to look inside yourself and ask yourself, do I have the calling? It takes a calling. It takes a calling because you have to be dedicated. It takes a commitment to your other sisters, and it takes a commitment to your community. You have to love your community, and you have to, I don't know, there's so many reasons to join. Everyone's reason would be different, you know. I definitely think that the one reason you should not become a sister is because you want to do drag without shaving your face or your chest. Because let me say this. Okay, that's not what I want to say. Let me say there's room in the sisters for everyone. If you're a big hairy man, there's room for you. If you're a muscle daddy, there's room for you. If you're in the beginning when the sisters first started taking off, and even still today, it was mostly founded, and many of the members are bears, leather queens, and radical fairies. So that's a big element in our chapter, there's a big element to the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence. And the cool thing is, yeah, we cross-dress. Yeah, we do drag in a sense because we are in makeup. But you don't have to wear a bra. You don't have to wear boobs. You don't have to even wear a dress. You don't have to shave any part of your body. You don't have to compromise who you are at all. There's room for everyone. You could be chubby, you can be skinny, you can be hairy, you can be smooth, you can be a leather daddy, you can be a man, you could be a woman, you could be a trans. We do not discriminate. It's clearly 100% if you have the calling to give back to your community. And that's all we are. We are just a group of queer nuns giving back. And if that's something you want to be a part of, you should find a chapter near you and join them. At least attend a couple meetings and a couple events and functions and go out with them and see what they're all about firsthand. And see if this is something you do want to become involved in. It's so amazing, and I can't give you the description of the joy that it gives to give back and do something good. But also to know that there's sisters all over the U.S. And we're very close. I mean, once a month we have UNPC calls, and we talk to the other sisters from every chapter. But if you are interested, you should definitely research it and find out if this is for you, because I know that we would love to have you, as well as a chapter wherever you live. That was an Ask Misty.